This episode of Riffs on Riffs is brought to you by DistroKid.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso. Gift magical mornings with Nespresso Virtuo Pop. Compact and stylish, Virtuo Pop is made to meet every morning coffee craving. From espresso to coffee, hot or iced, at the click of a button. And celebrate the season with Nespresso's limited edition coffee flavors. Sweet almond and hibiscus, cinnamon and candied tamarind, and festive double espresso. Magic in the making. Shop the holiday gift collection exclusively at Nespresso.com.
Hello, and welcome to Riffs on Riffs, where we are full on in the holiday spirit. And Toby, I was kind of hoping that we could start with the story today, because I just had a crazy experience this week.
Okay, please.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm traveling for work and staying at this, honestly, it's a beautiful hotel. This is the beauty of traveling for work, right? And I'm checking out, I'm standing at the desk, and I hear this like hubbub going behind me. And I turn around and I see there's like, 20, 30 different cats kind of just hanging out there in the lobby. And they're getting loud and they're getting kind of combative. And I was like, okay, my hackles kind of get up a little bit. And I'm like, what's going on over here? And then I kind of look over and I was like, it was hilarious. They're wearing like these, do you remember in Greece where they had those like the T-Birds had their jackets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there's like two groups,
Stop it.
different colors.
Stop it.
And Toby, are you going to ruin this for me?
No, I'm not. Go ahead.
So I was like, what the? And now they're getting louder and louder, and they're arguing, and they're like kind of braggadocious, and they're like talking smack to each other. And I was like, what is going on? And I look at their jackets, and they've got like insignias, right? And you played chess back in the day, right?
Sure.
Like they've got the pieces on there, like a bishop, a
Sure.
rook, knight, whatever,
Pawn,
each of them.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and they got names embroidered on the back. And I was like, wow, this is really, really going on, huh? And then it hit me. I was like, oh my God, this is a bunch of chestnuts just boasting in an open foyer. Like it was crazy. It was something I never expected to see, but it really kind of fit the vibe of where we're going.
The setup was amazing. Amazing, sir. Amazing. Hats off to you, sir. Hats off to you. Wow. My goodness.
I could have set that story up for 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
I would have enjoyed every minute
had
of
me
it.
in. I was very interested to see where this was going. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Watson, aka Mojo, has done it again. Welcome to Riffs on Riffs. We want to thank you for checking us out yet on another episode. Today we're focusing on one of the most historic Christmas songs of all time. And
you might even say it's the Christmas song.
That is the title of the song, right? So the Christmas song by none other than Nat King Cole. And Joe, you picked this song. So I guess at risk of another story like the last one we heard, I'm going to ask you why this song is so special to you.
Well, I'll just say this, Tobe. Like, I know that reindeer really like this song, and do you know why?
Why? Why, Joe?
It's because it slays. Okay. Like this song is.
Chris, do me a favor, mute Joe for the rest of the show. I got it. I'm gonna take it from here. I love this song.
All right, you want a serious answer?
I do. I want a serious answer. Hit me.
I think the title is apropos. It is, for me, the quintessential Christmas song. A lot of Christmas music and thankfully we're getting more infusion of just a broader spectrum of stuff. But as far as classics go, about halfway through the season, I'm done. Like, I don't want to hear, the 12th version of whatever song. And there's some I flat out just are like, great on my ears. Every time this song comes on, I can just stop, listen to this man's voice, feel at peace, and just enjoy every second of it. And it just, all the right vibes for the season.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's some great Christmas songs that are out there, great holiday songs that just, a lot of them come to mind. But this is one where it kind of just, it's jazzy and yet everyone knows the words and it's slow and it just, it takes its time. And it feels like it literally paints a picture of that, of a night where all this stuff is happening that's being sung about. The funny thing is actually that the writer of this song actually wrote this during one of the hottest days of the year, which was hilarious. I thought that was so funny. I'm like, are you joking? You're joking, right?
Yeah. And I had no idea that Mel Torme was like the guy who also kind of came in and brought this song to fruition. Like, I had no idea. I always figured this was one of those standards from somebody, back in the day, but to have like a known name tied to it besides Nat King Cole was a huge shock to me.
The Velvet Frog. That's what they called him. The Velvet Frog.
No, that's what he called himself.
Well, so be it.
Because he hated that nickname. But
Did he?
Okay. His real nickname, which some disc jockey named him the Velvet Fog. Oh. Right? Because it was sort of this blankety tenor.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Right?
That makes so much more sense. Yeah.
Right. So would you be offended if somebody was like, Toby, your voice, it's like the Velvet Fog. Would you feel good about that?
I would. The only time I would feel good about someone calling me a Velvet Fog is if I was like a superhero or something like that.
Oh. It doesn't seem very powerful, though. Like, it's not inspiring fear in the villains. Like,
true.
The Velvet. Whoa. The Velvet Fog.
Better do right.
I want to know what your superpower is.
Yeah, I don't know. I know.
I have to think about that. Well, you're going to wrap them up. Keep them cozy, keep them snug.
No,
and then
probably not.
And then croak at them. You're going to make them croak. That's your line at the end. You'd be like, and now you're going to croak.
Oh, boy. There you go. Okay, that's your catchphrase? Yeah.
Anyway, he hated the nickname, and so then he started sort of self-deprecating, referring to himself as the Velvet Frog to kind of make fun of it because he thought it was a real stupid name. So there you go.
Interesting. He's got some hits. I love Mel's voice. I love his voice. Was incredibly talented. But yeah, I didn't know that he was partly responsible for putting this song together along with Robert Wells. So yeah, back in 1945, that's when they put this all together. Now, the interesting thing to me is that Nat's version came out 1 year later, if my sources are correct. So to me, that would be could you imagine that happening like today's time? So we just got done talking about Chaperone, right? And what if next year, Christina Aguilera to say, you know what? I got it. let me borrow that song. I got it, right? Could you imagine? I mean, and then it's different than singing it on tour. We're talking actually like, yo, we're selling it. Like, this is my version. I've heard the Nat King Cole version so much that in my mind, it's his song. That's how I see it. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that sees it that way.
I'm pretty sure that that it was his song. So basically, I love this story too, because it's one of those where you can picture the scene, right? So apparently it's July in the hot summer of 1945, and good old Bob Wells is sitting around and he's just sweating and miserable. And he said, you know what? I'm just going to write down some words about something that makes me think of being cold. And so he writes those first few lines, which, chestnuts roasting on open fire, which I don't know, that doesn't seem cold to me, but Jack Frost nipping at your nose, everybody bundled up like Eskimos. And he just writes this down, leaves it on his piano or something and walks away. And then Mel Torme, because they're, buddy songwriters, they kind of work together, walks in and he's like, what's this? And just sort of takes it and says, this is pretty cool, and fleshes out the rest of the song, and they work on it together and they finish it like 40 minutes or something. And it's one of those where you can just kind of picture what happens in that time. But I'm pretty sure like they gave it to Nat King Cole almost immediately and said, hey, this is for you. Like, I don't think Mel recorded it initially.
It took a year for when Nat's version was released. So it took a little bit of time anyway, right? So, but that's, and then the number of times that it was actually recorded, because I believe the first time he recorded it, it was, It might have been just with his trio, potentially. And then later on put an orchestra. I had a different arrangement for an orchestra. And then they recorded it again. Same arrangement, just a lot more orchestra, right? More cowbell, if you will, right? At that time.
More cowbell.
Right?
The important version is that last one. Do you know why, Tobe?
Why is that?
Because it was recorded on March 30th of 1961. And March 30th is a very important day for all you Riffs listeners.
Well, we would know it to be my co-host's birthday, isn't it? March 30th?
Thank you, my friend. Thank
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
No, but it is pretty crazy. Like 4 different recordings. So, like you said, comes out a year later in 46. In June and August, they do 2 recordings. They wait another 7 years, do another recording. And then in 61, to your point, like more cowbell, stereo, orchestra. And that's the one we hear on the radio all the time, which is kind of that epic thing that we know and love.
And I remember talking about jazz and putting strings with jazz. I mentioned that a couple episodes ago. Like Charlie Parker's got an album. I think it's literally called Charlie Parker with Strings. And it is ridiculous. It is fantastic. And I feel like Nat King Cole was an individual who knew, like, dude, I'm good with the keys. I know my keys, right? This is a jazz player who just happened to have a fantastic voice that went along with it. Let me tell you one thing that changed over those years. This dude's not vocal skill, but his voice matured in a way over those years. I'm sure it did. If you listen to all 3 of them, hey, you can tell it's him.
It's a little deeper.
But it's a little bit deeper, a little bit, it's got just more full-bodied, if you will.
I think there's a reason for that.
Well, yeah, I was about to hint to that.
Go ahead.
The number of cigarettes that this man smoked, up to 3 packs a day. Woo.
Oof. They were probably not lights either. They were probably.
Oh no.
Ugh.
And then unfortunately,
I think he
dying at the age of 45.
Was he that young?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. 1965 is when he died at the age of 45.
Wow.
But he accomplished a lot. During his. He had a really, really, really good run. I actually had a variety show, one of the first, variety shows, especially for an African American entertainer on TV. I mean, that was a big thing. So he definitely opened up some doors for other entertainers of color.
Well, I'm going to give you a question. I want you to guess an over-under, because I had no idea of the number of recordings that just the King Cole Trio, right? That's his band, the Trio, did for Capitol Records. Actually, I'm going to just give me a guess out of the blue. How many songs do you think they recorded? Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know the number, but Joe, I'm going to give you a guess, and it's going to be a high number. And the reason why is because his nickname is literally the house that built Capitol Records, right? So, if we're talking about you building a house, well, the cornerstone of that house has got to be this man we're talking about right now. So songs, I'm going to say 300. Is that a lot?
You are darn close. 349 songs that they recorded for Capitol. Because I was on Spotify, and it was I just saw Nat King Cole or the King Cole Trio, the complete Capitol recording, so everything they did. And I was looking at that, and it said 17 hours, and I was like, what? And it said 349 songs, 17 hours. And I was like, wow,
nice.
That is like every day you're getting up and hitting the studio, I guess. That's insane. But they were the first. So they came out with the King Cole Trio, which was like a 4-record set. It was the first ever album to actually hit the Billboard charts. Because prior to that, Billboard didn't do albums. They just did singles. So they were the first ones to ever hit number 1, which was March 24th of 1945. So, clearly they were a huge deal. I think they were the top selling group in the 40s, and they were the only black act on Capitol at the time. So huge following. I could see why Mel was like, all right, I mean, I know which cat I should give this to after they finished the song.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, I know that the band was formed in 37. And, he had gospel roots because his dad was a minister. And just like all preachers' kids, they strayed away to do the worldly music, right? And is what you basically
Weren't you just talking about hiding cassette tapes under your...
Yeah. That's me. I'm a PK. And all the PKs know each other. All the preachers' kids know each other for sure. So, but man, what a fantastic talent. Thinking about this song, it does put me in the holiday spirit. And I just began to think about all of the other artists that I like to listen to during this time. Of course, we have, you have your Mariah Carey. I mean, she's got, fantastic.
Wait, did she do a Christmas song?
Oh my God. Stop it. You got her. You've got Boyz II Men, Let It Snow. There's a lot of people that have come out.
Any Pentatonics Christmas thing?
Right. Yeah. Have you seen their movie, the Pentatonics holiday special that they did? Oh, yeah.
What? No?
They did a rom-com.
That'll be queued up this year.
They did a rom-com, and they did a very good job with Christina Milian. I'm actually, now you got to make me find it. Hold on. We just watched it here at the house. Meet Me Next Christmas. That's what it's called. So we have a tradition in our house right now. If it's October, right, every weekend we're watching a horror movie together as a family.
Oh, wow.
That's
okay.
what we do. So every weekend we just sit down and watch this. But on the after that, then we're watching one of these Hallmark rom-com Christmas type specials. And every weekend. And then we have a grading system. And we're grading it on cheesiness. We did it on predictable ending. Did it have the holiday tropes in it and things like that?
Yeah.
Well, this movie definitely was on our radar. We picked it and enjoyed it. It was good.
Does it check all the boxes?
Oh, it checks so many boxes, dude. It checks so many boxes.
But at least the music is good.
The music is good. Pentatonics is fantastically talented. They are fantastically talented. So we enjoyed it. But it also just brought me to my original point, all of the other artists that make great music that have sung holiday songs. I'm thinking like Bing Crosby, Perry Como, Christina Aguilera, Bublé, and so many others. When you're doing something, to me, when the demand is there for you to make a Christmas album,
right.
That you're doing something right,
Yeah, if people are saying, oh, that voice I want to hear doing 10 different standards, that's how you know that you're iconic for your voice alone.
Yeah, that's how you know, like you're doing something.
It's interesting you brought up those two names, right? Because Christina covered the Christmas song in 99. It hits number 18 on the charts. Michael Bublé covers it in 2003. It hits number 6 on the adult contemporary charts. But what was crazy is that Nat King Cole's original version took, 62 years? 62 years to crack the top 10. It was the longest, 62 years and 26 days or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
To finally crack the top 10, which was just last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you talk about a song having longevity and substance and resonating. Some of those cats are 92 now. From 1 to 92, they actually got there.
Well done. I didn't see that coming. Normally I see it coming and I tell you to abort the mission, but this time I did not see it coming. We're there. We are already here. We're at the destination.
I feel like I've got you a couple times today.
This is wow. The Christmas spirit has worked well with you, sir. Strong with you.
I also wonder what happens after you hit 93. Are you that's it? You don't get to listen to the song. You don't get any more.
You move from Christmas to Festivus. That's what you move. So it changes. Now we're going to go to Festivus. So let's just do that, right?
This episode of Riffs on Riffs is brought to you by DistroKid, your ultimate partner for taking your music to the next level.
With DistroKid, uploading your songs or albums to online stores and streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music is easier than ever. Plus, you can easily pay your collaborators with splits and send large files securely to anyone with Instant Share.
And guess what else? You can get a YouTube official artist channel for free via DistroKid. You can send credits to stores, and you can use Hyperfollow to promote your release.
DistroKid has everything you need to succeed in the digital music landscape.
But that's not all. DistroKid now offers a convenient mobile experience with the DistroKid app, available on iOS and Android.
With the app, you can manage your releases, track your streaming stats, and even withdraw your earnings, all from the palm of your hand. And for the artists looking to perfect their sound, there's Mixia. With Mixia, you can put the finishing touches on your tracks in minutes, ensuring they sound polished and professional every time.
And if you need to share large files securely with collaborators, producers, or playlist curators, look no further than Instant Share. It's free to send up to 1 gigabyte of files, and your music will stream at the highest quality, making the best impression possible.
So why wait? Elevate your music career today with DistroKid and unlock a world of possibilities.
Riffs on Riffs listeners get 30% off their first year at DistroKid by going to distrokid.com/VIP/riffsonriffs.
The holidays are in full swing, and Abercrombie Kids has everything on their wish list. Check it all off during their Get Gifting sale. Start with festive outfits like sweaters and dresses for holiday parties. Then finish up with cozy sweatshirts and sweatpants made to mix and match all winter and beyond. Get gifting with Abercrombie Kids in the app, online, and in stores.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Healthcare professionals can lead their careers with LinkedIn. Discover jobs by specialty, preferred shifts, and even desired salary. From mental health therapists to radiology technicians, it's now faster and easier for healthcare professionals to find the right fit. Learn more at linkedin.com/healthcare. Side effects may include faster job placement, improved work-life balance, and increased career satisfaction.
Well, can we get back to Mel Torme for a minute?
Please.
Because I'm curious if you remember the show Night Court.
I do.
Yeah. So a couple of things. One, I think Night Court had one of the best musical intros ever. That bass line from, I think his name was Jack Elliott, is just, it was honestly, when I bought my bass, it was like one of the first things I did, just because I was like, that is phenomenal. But Mel Torme had a huge resurgence because of Night Court, because apparently Harry Anderson, who plays Judge Harry Stone in the show, was a huge Mel Torme fan. It became kind of like a running gag. I don't know if you remember any of this. Mostly I just remember Marky Post from Night Court, because that was my jam back in the day.
Sure.
But, so much so that Mel actually started becoming a guest on the show.
He guest starred on the show 9 times.
Holy cow.
9 times on the show. I mean,
Wow.
9 times is a lot. That's not a guest.
It's a lot.
That's not a guest. You're a roommate. You're a roommate at 9. At 9? Woo!
And I guess he enjoyed sort of a career resurgence because people didn't really know who he was at that. Well, I mean, everybody knew who he was, but the younger generation wasn't familiar. And so it's kind of like, kind of a rebirth. And I just think that's fun.
It's just one of those things, one of those times or examples where we forget that these artists, these actors, they're people too. They are fans. Yeah. They're fans as well.
So apparently, getting back to that Night Court theme song, apparently was sampled by, do you know Cameron? Cameron from
Cameron,
the rapper?
Yeah.
Cameron. So back in 98, so he did a song, Horse and Carriage, which I kind of know the song a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I remember Horse and Carriage. I certainly do.
Yeah. Well, they did a remix with Big Pun and Wyclef and Charlie Baltimore, and they featured that Night Court theme. And I was like, so I looked up Horse and Carriage, the original, and I was like, oh, okay, I remember this track, but I'm not hearing the Night Court at all.
Yeah.
But then in the remix, it's like completely obvious that that's what they sampled. So I was like, I don't remember Cameron really. So
Cameron was part of a group called Dipset. Dipset was part of Rockefeller Records, Rockefellers with Jay-Z and all of those. So
okay.
There was a time where these dudes were running things. These dudes were running around saying they took over the rock. I mean, they were cocky, young, brash.
Okay.
But the music was good, and it was very, very popular for its time. Time. In that window, they were running it. And so the opposite of them, I would say, was like the Locks, like Bad Boys. So you had Dipset, and you also had, the Locks. And so these two groups. But yeah, Cameron Let me see. Dipset members. Well, the Diplomats. So that's what Dipset is short for. The Diplomats. Jules Santana, Cameron, Jim Jones, Freaky Zeke, and then that's pretty much the group. It's pretty much the group. You had a couple other guys, Hell Rel and Max B. They did vocals as well. But really, when we're talking about Dipset, you're talking about Jules Santana, Cameron, and Jim Jones. Jim Jones, pretty popular, but Cameron is a dude that it's a dude. He's funny, man. He's funny to me. He's hilarious because you will catch him every once in a while on CNN doing guest appearances. Anything that has to do with hip hop or music, especially when it comes to acts that were like in the 2000s, sometimes they try to get another person who was an act, like trying to get an artist
to
that was
weigh
around
in,
right?
Yeah.
Well, this last one, dude, you got to look this up. This was ridiculous.
So he's doing this gig now.
Yeah, so he's doing this gig now, right? This literally just happened like within the last 6 months. And this dude, they get him on CNN, and he's there with Abby Phillip, right? He's there, and so you know that his manager set it up, but his manager didn't give him any details at all. This dude's like, hey, yeah, I'm Cameron. Like, hey, how can I help you? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. He's there. He's all dressed up. He's cool. He's ready to go. And she's talking to him about Puff Daddy, right? And in his case, and he's like, wait a minute, I didn't know this. Y'all want to talk about this? Yeah. Like, I don't want to talk about this at all. No, like, this is not what I want to talk about, man. And then you hear him. This is in a live interview, and he's sitting there talking. Just like, man, why you got me on here? Why you got me on here, man?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
thanks.
Man, come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me. You enjoy it.
Dude, it is one of those moments where, like, live TV, you could just tell, like, Abby, why is he on this program? Why is he here? You could have talked to anybody. There's a whole host of people you could have talked to.
Yeah. Or maybe just do a little homework so not him. Some people got fired that day.
Oh my God. This. Well, here's the thing. This is not the only time he's been on CNN. He's done this before. Okay. They must have a contract. Like, we got to get 6 appearances because that's our contract worth. And they just bring this guy on, and this dude just goes crazy. Says very inappropriate things for live TV. So I'll leave that at that. If you're interested, go check it out. Cameron, CNN, trust me, very entertaining. Very entertaining. But yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's wrap up our pseudo Mel Torme segment. But he just had an interesting quote, which he said he had wished he had been born 10 years earlier. So he was born in 1925. He's like, I wish I was born like 1915, so I could have been a contemporary with Sinatra instead of kind of following up and then missing the boat a little bit because people started to gravitate away from that by the time he was in his prime and whatever. And I was like, oh man, first of all, you had a real good career, Mel, so maybe not too many sour grapes, but it made me think, like, would you rather be, a 19-year-old Toby now doing music and putting it out into the world, or are you happy kind of being born when you were and coming up the way you did?
I can only answer that in the, honestly, and I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. I think I would have completely missed out had I been a 19-year-old at this time. And granted, it would be other things that, kids would do and, whatever. But hip hop is completely different now. I look at, I talked to my son about this, and I'm like, ciphers and like hip hop ciphers and circles, that doesn't happen as organically as it used to happen back in the day. I mean, when I was growing up, things have totally changed. I had you've seen the pictures. I used to have dreads coming down to past my shoulder. That's when I had dreads when dreads weren't cool, right? Mm-hmm. And now dreads are cool. You can wear them on your job. It's great. It's accepted. Right. It wasn't accepted, right, when I was younger. So, and that's good. That shows progress and things like that. And I'm thankful for all of that. That's great. Hip hop is more accepted as a genre. But I just feel there's something that it's just a certain vibe that we had, and it was kind of like speakeasy culture, if you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Speakeasies were, people couldn't just drink when they wanted to drink. You had to have a secret knock and a secret place and a secret room. So when Prohibition was lifted, everybody's like, well, we can drink anytime we want. And I was like, okay, but that's cool. That's great. But man, there was something special about the speakeasy vibe. There's just something special about it. And I feel like hip hop is like that. And I feel like with backpack culture, boom bap, that culture. So I'm perfectly fine with my memories, and I'm just happy that I was there. I think my son actually, he was born too late. I think he would have really appreciated appreciated yesteryear's music. What do you think?
For me personally, man, I don't know. I mean, there's a part of me that would have loved to have grown up in the, put a band together in the 60s, 70s, got signed to a label, did the tours, whatever. But I think honestly and obviously I wouldn't have had this perspective, but the ability to make music now, it's so much easier. It's so much faster. Yeah. We can get the sounds we want immediately. We're not running tape and splicing things and worrying about tracks. And, I was recording at the very tail end of that. And honestly, not even really that, but I at least have seen, that approach. And it's like, in some ways it's beautiful because it makes you commit to things and just keep moving forward, right? And then so there's an organic flow that comes out of a song because, well, I'm not going back and redoing that part because it's already been spliced together with 3 other tracks and we're done. So, but yeah, the ability to make music now is so much better.
Dude, there's no comparison. There's none.
Yeah. And I feel like we have more to say now. So I'm good. I'm good being the old guy making music. That's fine.
Yeah. I think we have perspective. Like you said, we have more to say. And just the ability to make music now. And that's why, there's 2 ways to look at it, right? It's much easier to make music now than it was back in the day. But I don't think it's easier to make a good song than it was than any other time.
Totally
I think
agree.
A good song is a good song is a good song. So I just feel like a song has got to have all of the parts. It's got to move people. And we still have songs that move people today. And I'm very thankful for that. And if technology has made it so that it's easier and so that things can flow a little bit more organically, because I remember sometimes, man, when I used to sit down with my Kurzweil 2000, oh my God, dude, I used to get so frustrated because I could never get the timing right for that particular sample because I'm sampling jazz and the time rate is all jacked up. It's everywhere.
Right. Oh my God.
And it's like, or the time is right, but it's in the wrong key. And I just got to forgive it being a little bit, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, I'll never forget when I first saw a party being DJ'd by the DJ actually had no records, but he had a controller instead. And I was, didn't have a DJ. I wasn't a DJ at all. I didn't have any of that kind of equipment, but I remember feeling a certain way and looking to my DJ friends because, hip hop has got all the elements, graffiti, it's breakdancing, it's rhyming, and DJing. And this dude was like, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Dunny. What we doing about that? And I was like, I don't know either. But then the party started, the music played, and I'm like, that is this. You've been in a band, Joe. The last person that you want to be is good friends with the drummer. Why?
Yes.
Because at
you're
the
holding that
end
gear,
of
man.
the gig, you got to take that out.
And to be fair, you're always helping the drummer out.
You got
that's just what you do.
Unless you don't want no drums, you got to.
Right.
But next to a drummer, I'm telling you, being good friends with a DJ who plays wax sucks. Sucks. absolutely sucks. Vinyl is not light. Vinyl is not light.
No.
So, but knowing that it's all on a flash drive, it's on a computer. It just makes
now it's all in the cloud somewhere.
Yeah, it's just like he's just pulling it down from heaven like manna.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
You have it all. It's all accessible now.
It's all there, dude. He can literally, you give it, to be able for a DJ to say, what song do you want me to play? Got you. And to be able to find it.
Yeah. Yep.
So all that being said, this is it's a good day and age to be making music. I know what you're saying. I do recognize what you're saying, man, being around, being an adult in the 60s and 70s, be able to come up with a band and be able to experience all of that live. But I will say this is that with albums like Silk Sonic and albums that like the songs we've been talking about, like with Sabrina, Chaperone, and there's a ton of other groups. Man, a lot of cats are looking
backwards. Yeah.
And they're bringing it forward. It's just making it easier. It's just making it easier to do it.
It is. And I think some of the beauty is, and I mean, I've used plugins on our tracks that will duplicate kind of that tape saturation sound. And so people are literally going back to the old equipment, kind of rebuilding it in the fake world just to recapture some of because those things, that gear sounded so good, and it sounded so good for a reason. It's just so much easier to get it now. Like I can get it in a virtual space, or, for some of it, I'll go out and buy a hardware version because, sometimes electrons matter, but
regardless of the gear you're using and all of that, I think that, taking it back to Nat King Cole and what he brought to it, skill is skill. Game recognizes game. A classic is a classic. This song will never be replaced. It will never be replaced. Other people will do it, and props to them. I will never say anything bad on Michael Bublé. His voice is incredible. Bing Crosby, come on, stop it. I mean, we're not going to say anything about any of these greats, but Nat King Cole, his voice is golden. This version is golden.
Yes.
And so it will forever be a Christmas standard. And this is it. This is a holiday standard, period.
It's the standard.
It's the standard.
Well, and I think even the lyrics, like there's not a ton of lyrics, but you appreciate a turn of phrase.
Yeah.
Every mother's child. Like there's, in those 3 words, it really just kind of encompasses, like, it's just a beautiful way to say a bunch of kids or everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like every mother's child, the entire universe, right? We are all every mother's child. I don't know. There's just a real beauty in the symbolism of the words. It just feels all visceral. Like I can feel myself sitting next to a fire and dreaming about Christmas Eve and what's coming the next day and Santa and all of the things. And I just think that's partially what makes it so timeless.
Well, no matter if you're writing a song on paper or you're typing it on your computer, your job as a writer is to build a picture, right? To paint a picture. And I would say that the artist's voice and the instruments are the ink and the paint to actually fill in all of that. And so if, it's truly an art. It's truly an art. And not everybody can step in and do that. I mean,
right.
Not everybody can do that. But I think this song Mr. Cole did this fantastically. It's actually one of my favorite songs to actually sing. This is the one song that I
would love to hear you sing this, Tobe, actually.
I actually
never have.
Yes, you have. Joe, seriously? We
did this at a live show?
We did this at the live show. We did this song.
I do kind of remember this.
Yes.
Yeah. I do remember now.
And it
was real good.
Obviously memorable.
Hold on. I had to look. Remember me saying I'm old, Tobe? There's
regardless. No.
I'm not digging out of this one, am I?
You're fine. It's one of my. It's just a great song. I mean, you play several instruments, and I think I know there's got to be a synergy that you feel when you hear a song. You're like, I know I can play that song. I know I can play. You can't play every song, but I know I can play that one. And to me, being a singer, it felt the same way. I heard the version. It's like, never tried to really sing it. Let me try it. Like, oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Let's make it happen. It's one of my favorite, man. One of my favorites. So good stuff.
Can I give a public service announcement before we get up out of here?
Please.
Chestnuts will explode. So just be careful with those guys because they're real dangerous.
Wow. You're on one today. I haven't seen you sip anything during this entire episode. I want to know what you took.
This is just what it looks like
before the episode. Well, you know what? God bless you, Joe. God bless you. And every other mother's child. God bless you.
But it's a true story. Chestnuts will explode.
Oh, my God.
Because they have water in them. Okay. And that when they get under pressure, which is why you have to make the little X in them if you're cooking them.
You know what?
You should probably soak them and bring them to temperature gradually. And, just be careful. Be careful with your chestnuts, especially if they're on an open fire.
Yes. Thank you.
Be darn sure that you've ventilated them so that they don't attack you, because then every mother's child is going to be one less.
Could you imagine trying to tell that story when you got back from Christmas break?
Oh, man.
Hey, little JoJo, why are you wearing a patch? Why you got a patch on your eye, JoJo? What happened? Hey, all started with chestnuts on open fire. All right, gather around, kids. Story time. Oh, snap. What are we talking about?
Just be careful out there. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful this holiday season.
You shoot your eye out, kids. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy.
Well, okay, I think our work here is done.
I think so, too.
I feel like we've covered all the bases. So
I dare one of our listeners to put some chestnuts over open fire now. It just won't happen. Hey, you were warned, listener.
There's a right way and a wrong way to do it, is all I'm saying. So, all right. Well, we sincerely hope that you are all will enjoy the holiday season. Be kind to one another. Cherish the people that you care about. And cozy on up. Crank this song and just enjoy one of the most epic voices of any generation.
You know, let me add on to this. You gave a public service announcement, and on the real, I'll give one as well. The holidays is so many emotions that are involved, and every holiday is so much that happens from holiday to 1 year later, revisiting that holiday. Just want us all to be cognizant of that. Just like how I can play a song for you and it not hit you the same. It just doesn't mean the same to you as it means to me. Let's be cognizant that sometimes these holidays don't mean the same to everyone. Mm-hmm. And just be empathetic out there. I think that's what we really need this in every holiday season. But with all of that, hey, we thank you so much for listening. We want everybody to be at peace. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy your time with those that you care about, your family or those chosen family, right? Chosen and unchosen, right? Keep listening. Huzzah.